All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we got on Northwestern utility man. He does it all. Fullback, defensive lineman, Joe Spivak. How you doing, Joe?
What is up, Photo Bros? Thanks for having me on, guys. Thanks for having me.
For sure. Happy you're here.
Let's get into it. Glad to be here.
All right, so I'll kick it off. So obviously you ended up at Northwestern, Big Ten West champs, Citrus Bowl.
You know it. If you're listening on a recording, Robert is kicking Emmett's butt. I don't know how PG we have to be here.
Oh, no, you don't
Emmett didn't wear any purple. Robert is just killing it right now, decked out with a hat and shirt. He's wearing more than me.
Yep. Gotta support. But so when we were doing some research on you, we learned that you had offers from schools like Wyoming, Michigan State, Nevada, and Air Force. But at the end of the day, you chose Northwestern. What was the difference between the rest of the schools and Northwestern?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'd like to first say that, recruiting was just an absolute blessing. I think a lot of high school seniors and juniors and even sophomores, they get really caught up in the struggle of it. It can be really tough, but, I seriously just had so much fun with it. Like you just said, I was so blessed to have some amazing offers from schools like, Wyoming, Michigan State came in really late, which was really, really cool just because, even though it was a little later, that's a Power 5 school. That's what you dream about. I had the Ivy League, which was awesome. It was really just a lot of fun and really a humbling experience. But, it's kind of weird. My sisters, I have 3 older sisters, 2 of which were Division I athletes, all 3 psychos like myself. But they always talked about having that feel that you get when you go to a certain campus, and not bullshitting you guys at all. My 4th grade, I went to camps at Northwestern my whole life growing up. And in about 4th or 5th grade, I remember being on their field after a little youth camp, where you're just running into dummies, nothing serious, obviously no recruiting. And I just remember looking at my dad and saying, I'm going to play here one day. And, I knew from an early age. And then, when I got to high school and those dreams started to become a little bit more of realities, I camped at Northwestern every single year. They weren't really inviting me back or anything, but I just kept showing up and, hey, coach, how you doing? So I kind of forced them to get to know me. And, the biggest thing for me was getting to meet the guys. People always think it's it had to be an academic thing, but really what came down to it was the players that were there. My junior and senior years, I got to meet the D-line and other dudes that were around at camps and visits. I just realized that it's really a different breed of dudes, and that's what brought me there was the guys. And it's the same thing in the locker room now. It's just such a blessing to be a part of that group.
Yeah, and how big was Pat Fitzgerald in playing for him? Because I feel like that dude's Northwestern. He bleeds purple and white, dude. That guy is awesome, and I don't think he'll ever leave. How big was that playing for him?
No, that was certainly a huge aspect. I mean, Coach Fitz is an awesome dude. It's awesome being a Chicago guy, me being from a suburb like him, kind of similar paths. I think he was pretty much a lot more high profile for recruiting stuff, but he was just awesome. I'll never forget. I think it was my sophomore year. So I'd been camping at Northwestern, like I said, since elementary school. But then, getting to high school, it gets more serious. And sophomore year, I was running in, going to do height and weight and stuff at one of the camps. He's like, hey, what's up, Spivak? I was like, oh, snap. Coach knows my name. Let's go. It got me super fired up. Him, really just a great group of coaches. And that's definitely part of what makes they have their own strategies, but that's definitely part of what makes the locker room so tight too. But Coach Fitz is a great dude and an awesome guy to play for.
And can you confirm the rumors that he's not taking any phone calls from any other schools, or do you not know?
I don't know. I don't have his AT&T records. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. You guys know as much as I do on him. I hope he's not going anywhere. Like I said, I love playing for him, so I hope not. But I know he'll do what's right for him, his family, and for us too. He's a great man.
Yeah, he's the man. I love him. I mean, how can you not? A Chicago Bear and then coaches at Northwestern, Chicago guy? Come on.
Yeah, come on now. Homegrown. The great thing about Coach Fitz is what you see is what you get. People, I hear a lot of stories from around college football about coaches that, they seem so cool. Seem like a player's coach. I talk to buddies at those schools and their coaches don't even know their names unless you're a captain. And I can promise you, I was a freshman walk-on. Coach Fitz was not like that, from the get-go. He knows everyone, which that's the start of it. And it's so much more than just knowing people, but what you see is what you get with him. He's cool.
Exactly. That's awesome.
We all love him here. But so as we're talking about, homegrown Chicago, so we are Chicago Catholic League boys ourselves. We went to St.
Go.
St. Ignatius, baby.
Hell yeah, dude! The best field in the Chicago Catholic League.
Oh yeah, it is.
Skyline right behind. Hell yeah, what year in college are you guys right now?
Sophomores. So we graduated Ignatius 2019.
Okay, so we played Ignatius my senior year in the first round of the playoffs.
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, dude, that's a sick field. Yeah, my buddy got tossed from the game. He was like, one of your guys' little jerks was freaking grabbing onto him after the play. He ripped off, and the ref thought he was throwing a punch. They tossed my boy Mitch West. Shout out the Naval Academy. But, dude, shout out St. Ignatius. Shout out CCL.
Oh, Mitch West. Yeah, he's good. He's a good player. He was running back, right?
Yeah, he was like – he was everything. He was our team, in high school. He was a freaking stud. He's a DB at Navy now. He started all year for him. He's an absolute stud. Shout out to the boy. But yeah, I remember he got tossed that game. We were like, oh, my God. In high school, when someone gets tossed, it's a way bigger deal. College is like, all right, get him off the field, next guy in. In high school, when your best player gets tossed, it's like the world is crumbling. We had Prairie Ridge the next week. It was,
oh, my God.
It was terrible. We're like, oh, God. We're going to handle Ignatius, but Prairie Ridge.
Prairie Ridge is they're like Penn State. They're like Happy Valley. They came to Ignatius our junior year. They came to our field because we were the higher seed for some reason. I don't know what's up.
Whatever, take it. That's okay.
And then they showed up in these monsters, and they brought a whole fan section.
They travel, man. That's what they got, a little crew. I will say though, not to be high school Harry here, but probably one of my favorite games of my 12 years of football thus far, or whatever it is, my junior year, the film for the whole entire first half against our game of Brent's Prairie Ridge, it was the semifinals. You couldn't watch the film because the snow was so heavy. It was freaking electric, guys. And the boys from Prairie Ridge, a lot of respect for those guys. They're, triple option, the snow game, they're going to tear them apart. They didn't do anything. We went on undefeated. It was sweet. Once again, high school Harry moment, but great game against Prairie Ridge. A lot of good players over there.
How much do you hate Loyola? Real talk.
Yeah, I don't really hate Loyola. I don't know. I never played Loyola, so that doesn't mean too much to me. I don't know. I feel like you guys, public school kids in Chicagoland area hate Loyola the most because they're like, oh, they recruit this, that, the other thing. I'm like, all right, well, they kick ass at football, so maybe just work harder. I don't know, but they are what they are.
Our senior year, we beat them, but the ref didn't want to call safety in the end. We would have won 16-14, and we were literally we're almost running on the field because we think game over.
Yeah.
They just don't call the safety, and then we're like, wait, what's going on? And they go overtime, and they beat us in overtime, and it was a mess. But what hurt the most was that huddle. The final score was 21-16.
Nice.
Yeah. Huddle made the score.
Huddle gave the safety to them that would have won the game.
Wow, that is tough. You wake up in some cold sweats from that every few nights, Emmett?
Just a little bit. And I didn't even play. I didn't even play for the team.
Even more devastating then. You had to see it all unfold.
Yeah, I had to see it unfold.
We will for sure. We'll send you that clip and we'll get your opinion on that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll have to weigh in. on some good IHSA football. You never know with IHSA refs, guys.
Yeah, right.
Never know.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Obviously, last year for Northwestern, it wasn't the best year record-wise, 3-9.
Yeah, that sucks.
How'd you guys go from 3-9 to competing for a Big Ten championship and possibly a college football playoff spot? What changed in that 1 year?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's so tough to say, guys, because a year is such a long time. And, especially you look at this year.
Yeah.
And with quarantine and back and forth and the season's canceled and then it's not. You really can't pinpoint one thing. But, I think it started with just not forgetting how we felt after all of those games, after all those losses, feeling worse and worse and worse after every single loss last year. Those are things you don't forget. That stains even after a great season like this year. That'll always stain. So I think that's where it started. And then obviously just taking action after that, with quarantine, before quarantine, when we came back with winter training, I think we were probably more locked in than ever, especially with our coaches, coaches really cracking down. And not that there was too much to crack down on, but just, not letting us forget about how that felt. And that really stayed through quarantine, going home by ourselves and just kind of knowing that everyone was doing the same thing. Everyone else had to train on their own too. So when we got to the season, it was going to be who was the most disciplined. Fitz was constantly reminding us that this year, the successful teams will be the most disciplined teams. And sure enough, they were. You see teams like Bama and Ohio State who are consistently strong in their discipline and in their routines, and then teams like Northwestern, guys like us, that locked in and bought into the bubble and bought into what we had to work with and made it happen. But like I said, I think just a big part of it was not forgetting how that felt. It sounds simple, but that pushes you.
Yeah, it was definitely a different year. Like we didn't go back to campus our first semester, and I was wondering how they would pull it off. And I think everyone did a good job, like different teams and everything. I think the Big Ten was kind of kicking themselves or shot themselves in the foot really by giving them a half season.
Yeah.
Were you really disappointed when they said no season in the beginning? Because I would have been livid.
It was so weird because, like, the worst part about, like, the summer and camp was, like, not knowing. Personally, just speaking for myself, and guys, like, I love ball, but, like, it got to a point for me where it's like, I just need an answer. I need to know if I need to kick into off-season mode and get back with heavy lifting and this and that, and, like, set my sights towards the spring, like they were saying, or if I need to be getting my mind ready to, like, play in 3 weeks, you know. The uncertainty was what got to be the worst. So, like, when they canceled it, it was, like, so much disappointment, but then at least you were like, okay, now we move forward, you know. I think that's just speaking for myself. I know there were guys in different situations as far as eligibility or, you know, what they have lined up after football, that, like, when the season got canceled, there were guys like, wow, like, I might be done, which, once again, that wasn't my situation, so I can't speak on that, but I can only imagine how devastating that would have been, because it was devastating for me, and, like, you know, I still had plans to come back another year or in the spring or whatever it would have been. So it was tough, but the uncertainty was also really tough leading up to it. That's what sucked, I thought, too.
Yeah, that was tough. Like,
Yeah.
I was so disappointed that earlier in the year they didn't give it a try right away, because then you see the ACC, SEC, Big 12 go right at it. And I thought they did a good job. And then Big 10 next week's like, all right, we're back. Just it's a matter of when. And I was thinking it was good that they pulled off the whole season like that.
Yeah, it was not a good look for the Big Ten. I mean, cancel. I think they totally thought that, like, oh, we're going to cancel and everyone's going to follow. And the Pac-12 did, and it ended up screwing the Pac-12 even more, because then they jumped back in late. So, yeah, I don't know if commissioners got, like, bad blood with the Pac-12, but it honestly, looking back on it, just seemed like he was trying to screw with them.
Never want to be on the same level as the Pac-12.
No, that's not the look. Did you guys ever see the freaking you guys know the movie Jerry Maguire, obviously.
Yeah.
Show me the money. But there was, like, the gif going around of the Big Ten. It was, like, the video of him when he's like, I'm leaving. You know, who's coming with me? And it's like all the conferences like, no fucking shot, dude. And then she stands up. It's the Pac-12. Fucking all time.
Oh, that's funny.
I should have the guy.
So, actually, how much do you hate Ohio State?
Dude, I mean, as much as any other Big Ten team, you know, as much as any other Big Ten team. It's tough. They're a hell of a team, and, you know, obviously first and foremost with a team that plays that well and that I've played a few times now and have played competitively.
Played them well every time.
What's that? What? Almost every time.
Yeah.
Last year was tough. To get.
Yeah. But we don't talk about that.
With that being said, though, obviously a lot of respect for them. Hell of a team. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say I hate them. It's tough when they're the team that is. They're the team that's at the top of the mountain. They're the team that's winning the Big Ten consistently these past, you know, however many years. So there's a lot of respect for that. But then, yeah, there's some disdain of, you know, they have what you want. So you know how much work that takes. So there's respect, but also, like, it's time to go take it.
Oh, yeah. Just keep the grass extra long, Evanston. You'll get them next
time. Exactly. That's always a strategy. Keep it at least 8-9 inches. Yeah.
So sticking with the team and the leadership within the team this year. So obviously you had Peyton Ramsey come through, and he was at the helm this year. Talk about the leadership skills that he brought to the team, or just what he brought to the team in general?
Dude, yeah. I mean, Peyton's a stud. I remember, like, the summer when he got here. Well, first off, you know what? I never brought this up to Peyton. And I don't know if he'll listen to this, but I'm going to say this. Peyton, before he got here, texted every single person on the team, top of the roster to the bottom of the roster. Took time to text every single guy, introduce himself, even though we all obviously knew who he was. Introduce himself. Hey, can't wait to work with you. Boom, boom, boom. You know who didn't get a text? You know who was the only person to get a text? Me. And I never said it to Peyton, but I don't know what that was all about. And I love him. I genuinely love him from the bottom of my heart. He is a brother forever, but I don't know what that was about. But with that aside, Peyton is the man. Peyton, seriously, from the second he got on campus, literally just like did everything the right way, made me want to work harder. Obviously, the things that you think of on field, being the leader, being the vocal leader, leading by example, winning his drills, making it seem that, he was the dude. But then also off the field, as far as like just being a bro, being someone that, and this is so important as a quarterback that people understand, is like being someone that the whole team wants to be behind, let alone obviously the offense. Literally, is that me or that's me? I'm sorry.
No worries.
FaceTime. Chicks. What?
Chicks.
No, we're playing. But no, literally just always doing things the right way. Handling things with poise, pointing the thumb, not the finger. These are all like such cliches, but like you literally embody them. And like I just love Peyton. This is such a little thing. But you got like me and Blake Gallagher, my best friend, roommate, rolling in there at 4:45 every day. Peyton's there at 4:30 already finishing up breakfast. Like the dude walks the walk in every way I can think of.
Yeah, I loved him at Indiana too. I thought he was a baller then. And seeing him at Northwestern was really cool. I was hoping you'd come back for another year.
Yeah.
He really was.
Yeah.
Is he done with football?
No, I don't think so. I'm going to be honest. I haven't talked to him too much. After the bowl, had fun together and stuff. Obviously had nice moments after the win, but haven't talked to him too much since then. I hope he's training for somewhere. I hope he is. He's a hell of a quarterback.
Right. And he's got that extra sixth year.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
He's got to put it to use. He's a journeyman now. I mean, let's see. I'd like to see him play again. He's fun to watch.
Yeah. I know. I'm like 99% sure he got NFL aspirations. So I hope.
He should. He's an athlete.
No, he's a stud.
Drafted, I would think. I would hope.
Yeah, he's a stud though. Great dude. Him and guys like John Rain. Just like the transfers we had in this year were just like such great fits. John Rain, obviously a stud. Literally probably like the coolest guy I've met, guys. You literally see John Rain anytime you see him. He's like Jamaican and British. And he's just gorgeous looking. But he always has this like little thing he says, and you're like, "Hey John, what's up, man?" It's, "Hey man." That's all he says. It's like an MIN. And like sometimes it'll be sad boys, and he'll be like, "John, what's going on, man?" "Hey man." You're like, "Oh shit, John, you okay, bro?" But guys like that, they were just such good fits, such good additions. Shout out Derek Adams too, our punter who transferred in, just a stud, hardest worker on the team. Just great guys this year.
Oh yeah, it was a fun team to watch. I was rooting for you guys big time.
Fun team to play on too.
And I mean, you made the top 10 at the end of the season.
Oh yeah, dude, I was cool with that. I like that number 10 rating. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah. Only thing better than the top 10 rating was the like ESPN puts out the way too early ratings for next year or whatever. Love that we weren't even on there. That was my favorite.
Yeah,
that was so cool.
Keep hating.
Yeah. That was good stuff.
I got the notification right as that came out. I was like, where? Like, where are we? Where are we?
Did you forget something?
Yeah. I was like, a bunch of Reese Davises,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What's up with Joey Galloway saying that?
Yeah,
I loved it when Fitz was the guys were walking off the field. It's like, hey, check out the Reese Davises. Check out the Davises.
No, dude, I don't know what Joey Galloway's deal was there. That was not so tight. But then I thought it was funny. Joey Galloway tried to spin it. He was like, no, that's a compliment. Reese is a stud. He's a hard worker. I'm like, all right. But no, dude, that was fun. It's a long season, and like you got to jump on those things. You got to get motivated. You got to have fun with those type of things, and that's what it was. You take it serious and you feel disrespected, but at the same time, it's like, all right, let's ride this thing. Let's have fun. Also, shout out Reese Davis. He like zoomed into one of our meetings and just couldn't be cooler. It's a guy we obviously all watched growing up, and it's cool to see how like personal he is too. And that was really, really cool too. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I will say someone was making shirts and we never got the shirts. I was really hoping our equipment staff would jump on that, but nevertheless, love the Reese Davis still. Yeah. Shout out Riley Lee's running around practice. Hey Reese.
Oh yeah. I saw him mic'd up. They posted that and I was like, oh, everyone's calling each other Reese. I'm loving this. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
White Sox Dave ever make an appearance?
Dude, not this year. He's been in our facility.
We interviewed him this year too.
Yeah. Is he? This is gonna sound so bad. Like here goes any future at Barstool Sports, but like, is he the bigger guy? He's the big guy.
That's Eddie.
That's Eddie. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, White Sox Dave. Feel terrible. Didn't mean to do that. But a few years back when we first got our new facility, Big Eddie like suited up in practice gear and did one-on-ones against JB Butler. It was legendary.
Yeah, we've been trying to get a hold of those guys. They're tough to get a hold of. White Sox Dave responds a lot, but we've been trying to get a hold of them. They're hilarious.
Yeah, fun dudes.
White Sox Dave loves Northwestern.
Yeah. No, I know he's always – I feel bad because I don't know what he looks like, but I listen to him and obviously see all his tweets and stuff. He's a stud.
He's a nice guy.
That's sick.
He's a good dude.
With that being said, are you a White Sox or Cubs?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Baseball is just like miserable to watch, I think.
That's
but
like
no,
a true football guy.
Yeah, no, I love baseball. I respect it. I think it's such a badass sport. Such a different skill set, obviously. But like, I just have a heart. We never were that much of a baseball family. I love going to the park. You know, get a couple brews, couple dogs, forget about it. That's good, clean American fun. But I'd probably say the Cubs. My grandma loves the Cubs. She loved the Cubs her whole life. But yeah.
I can respect that. You know, I'm a Sox fan living in a Cubs household in Wrigleyville. So, you know, here, but
it is what it is. I don't know baseball, but both of them kind of suck, right?
White Sox
are good this year.
Sox are good this year?
Good
all right.
now.
Are we like in season? What's going on with baseball right now? Are we like
there's like 4 days till spring training?
That's absurd. All right.
Yeah, the Blackhawks start tonight.
Okay, like that. I like that. I'm like the king of I'm probably like one of the biggest bandwagon Blackhawks fans. Like I don't know if I can name anyone on the team, but they start winning, they get to the playoffs. Like, oh, Hawks! Yeah, I've been watching them all year, all my life.
That's everyone.
I'm hoping you're a Bears fan.
Of course, yeah.
All right, good. Sometimes you get the frauds from Chicago that are Packers fans. Like,
I'll say this. I took a little hiatus for a few years for a good cause. My cousin played in the league, bumped around teams. He was on team. Started with the Rams, which sucked. That was when they were bad. But then he was with the Patriots for an NFC championship and a Super Bowl. So that was like the best thing ever, just watching a winning team. Then he was with the Saints, so that was fun. So kind of like gave me a break during some rough years for the Bears. But he's out of the league now, and now I'm back with the Bears. Ride or die, let's go.
Yeah, but now like I have to get Nagy out of there. I'm not a Nagy guy.
Yeah.
I feel like he, usually coaches like will put some blame on themselves. He's like, Mitch sucks, our offensive line can't get anything done, and he blames everyone else. Like, come on, take some responsibility.
I kind of agree with that, and that's like, once again, like, I don't know. If we're being honest, like when I watch NFL games, like I watch the D-line the whole entire time. That's about it. If they're on the goal line, I'll watch a fullback. That's literally about it. So, like, I don't know that much about Nagy, but that is one thing that even, like, I saw watching the clippings of press and stuff that I did. And, like, I just hear so many people saying, I was watching NFL Live or something yesterday, and they're like, he doesn't take the blame for anything, which, like, once again, you look at good coaches at any level, and that's what they do. Even if it's not their fault, they're the ones being – it's just the principle for the team.
Like, you hear, even in college, like Saban loses or anyone, they're like, don't blame the kids. This is on me.
Yeah.
Don't attack them.
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the playoff game would be good, and it wasn't. Like, I'd rather have them.
It was pretty ugly.
It was just, the game was over when Wims dropped that ball, but
yeah, that was like, I couldn't believe that. I was gonna be honest. I was walking like from the bathroom or something, and they were showing the replays. That I'm like, are you kidding me? In an NFL playoff game?
Mitch throws that pass. That's like the best pass he's ever thrown in his career. 50 yards just in the bucket.
Yeah, I will say like things like that. And once again, guys, like I'm not gonna claim to be the best NFL fan, best Bears fan, but I watch and like I feel like Mitch gets a lot of blame, as he should, but maybe a little too much sometimes. Like there is things like that. That's not the only instance where there's decent throws or decent reads that people aren't making the plays on.
I agree totally.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your career a little bit.
Sure.
So this year you were kind of a fullback guy. And
guys, I am just unstoppable with these calls today, man. People want to talk to me.
You're just a popular guy these days. And so
I don't know, man. I don't know who's calling me.
And so you were kind of moved in like that fullback position. You're listed at 300 pounds, big guy up the middle. Yeah. And I saw an article that called you the secret weapon.
Whoa. Whoa, I don't know about that.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it. They're like, watch this. He draws like 2 guys to him because they think he's getting the ball, and it opens up Peyton Ramsey for a touchdown. So you're a super weapon.
People just get real jacked up when they see a 300-pound guy in the backfield. Like, oh, look at the technique he's drawn. I'm like, no, they saw like Tubby in the backfield and thought it was going to be a power play. Like, no shit they went to him. No shit John Rain was open, you know? But, like, I'll take it. It was a lot of fun. I had a couple good plays, a couple nice little kick-out blocks here and there. Really didn't open up the arsenal as much as I would have liked. So that's exciting for next year. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
So you're coming back for year number 5.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming back for year number 5.
There we go.
Come on now, boys. Come on now. But, yeah, it was fun, though. It was a lot of fun. It's cool. I forgot who I was telling this to after, like, that first touchdown in Maryland. I was like, it's really cool, like, having a big play and being able to, like, celebrate because, like, everything stops for a second. Defense, like, it's Nebraska and they're hurry up and you're, like, scrambling after a tackle to get ready. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. You're going back for a 5th year, you know?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, why not? Take advantage of the COVID rule.
Seriously, dude. And also, like, just, like, everyone, like, athletes, non-athletes, anyone who goes to college is like, oh, it's the best time of your life. I'd go anything for one more game, one more day back there. I'm like, all right, well, like I got a whole nother year in front of me. Why not take that? You know, like I don't know about you guys. I'm not really in a rush for the real world anytime soon.
Oh,
yeah.
Nope. There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep it on a casual note here. If
Cool.
you were stuck on an island, right? Deserted island.
Yeah, for sure.
And you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life. What are you choosing?
Dude, that's tough.
I'll give you a drink as well. You can have a drink as well. Wash it down.
Is it like a specific meal? It's not like, oh, Mexican food. It's like a specific meal. Okay. A Pacific meal. Dude. Oh, that's tough. I'm sorry, I'm gonna burp. All right. Dude, honestly, like for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what comes to mind, honestly, is like a damn good set of like steak tacos or a steak burrito, carne asada, something with some nice like salsa verde. Drink wise, if I'm on the island, I'm not going to for the whole life. Probably like, I don't know. If I'm there my whole life, like probably go like a Bud Light. Or, you know,
Yeah, there you go.
Keep it simple because it's like I was gonna say like some nice tequila, but like for your whole life, like that's you gotta have some hydration whatsoever. So I think the BL Smooth Froth Train is a good one to ride. Keep me hydrated, simple, effective. Maybe I don't know, or maybe like it'd be nice on the island. A Bud Light Lime. That's my final answer.
There you go.
Yeah, nothing fancy, but real refreshing. Yeah, I feel really good about that answer, actually, guys.
I love that answer.
I'm okay with that island. I'm okay with that.
So here's my final question. What's your favorite restaurant, bar, Chicago?
Oh, my
Chicago
God.
guy.
That's so tough.
No suburbs. Chicago.
No suburbs.
No suburbs.
That is so tough. Restaurant-wise, like, dude, Vito and Nick's on the south side. With
Okay.
the, like, cracker thin pizza. I've honestly only been there a few times, but like, oh my gosh, just like OG gritty place. You see the dudes walking in there, just some blue collar fellas. You go, gosh, I want to be you. And just damn good pizza. I love I don't know if there's anything I love more than like a Chicago thin crust pizza with the Italian beef and giardiniera on it. Like, freaking put me in the ground, just the best. Yeah, dude. Honestly, I think I'm gonna stick with that. What am I think? There's one place. Yeah, dude. I'm locking that in.
That's a great answer.
That's a good answer. That's what White Sox Dave said too.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. That's my boy. Let's
There
go.
you go.
I love that. Good deal. Good deal.
Got the
Yeah,
connection.
I like it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
connection.
What about you guys? Chicago dudes, some dudes, Ignatius. What do we got?
Oh, so I mean, there's obviously stuff on Taylor Street, but that wasn't like.
That was me. I was always you find me at Al's. You'll never find me at Portillo's. People
I
say
hate Portillo's.
No.
I'm not a
Okay.
fan of Portillo's at all. I'm
Yeah.
all Al's beef.
Okay.
Al's.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I've lived by Chicago my whole life. I don't think I've ever had Al's beef.
They need
That's
to show
different.
Al's beef.
Oh,
Okay.
Al's beef
Okay.
snacks.
Okay.
For
Good
me,
deal.
I don't know. This is such a tough one. I'm trying to think of spots. Oh, you ever been? My dad's from Beverly. You ever been down south to Top Notch?
No, sweet spot.
Oh, sweet spot. Great burgers. Great
Yeah.
milkshakes. Just an old school diner.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. I will say, if we're talking burgers, this is like the most basic one, but damn, is it good? Au Cheval is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. That's right down the street for me over here.
So good. So good. Small Cheval kicks ass too. But one burger spot that I love, I actually haven't been to the original. They have another one in Schaumburg. They have their original, I think one other in the city, but Kuma's Corner.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ridiculous. They got, like, I just love the theme too. It's like all heavy metal music, slasher stuff.
Yeah.
But love Kuma's Corner too. Good spot.
That's a good spot.
That's my area right there in Heartbeat. So I love that. Full support into that.
For sure. Good deal.
All right. Well, Joe, thanks for coming on. Anything you want to say before we end it?
Dude, nothing I gotta say, man. You guys covered it all. Thanks for having me. Freaking Photo Podcast for life. This was awesome, guys. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, when we next back to shirts, you're on our list.
Dude, let's go. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
All right. I'm gonna stop recording and then
Yeah, do it.